What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this late night news roundup here on Anfield Agenda, where we're going to be focusing mainly on reports coming out of Germany. So over the course of this video, we're going to speak about Hugo Larsson, Piero Hincapié, Hugo Larsson, and of course Nico Schlotterbeck. So I'm going to give you the very latest reports from Germany that show that Liverpool are interested in all of these players, and we're going to try and figure out how serious that interest is and would they fit in a Liverpool Football Club. Feel free as always to let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and of course we would love you to hit that subscribe button. As you can see, we've just passed 305,000 subscribers, and we really do appreciate your support. So before I get stuck into it, I want to just make it much easier for everybody who wants to come to one of our live shows. You can scan the QR code on the screen right there now to get your tickets to one of our 2 live shows. The one on the left is our end of season, final day of the season celebration, where there's loads of stuff happening at the Hot Water, and it will culminate in an on-stage Anfield Agenda performance that night. Or you can come along to the Anfield Agenda reunion end of season party, which is going to be on May 28th, 3 days later, again at the Hot Water Comedy Club, where myself, Jack, Chris, Steve and Connor will be together for one night only. Both of those shows are priced at just £20. They are both all ages events, and you can get your tickets by scanning the QR code you've seen or the link in the description. Right, let's get cracking with the news. So, Hugo Larsson. This piece here said that Liverpool reportedly face increased competition for the signing of Eintracht Frankfurt midfielder Hugo Larsson. Sources in Germany, i.e. Florian Plettenberg, has claimed that the Reds are joined by Arsenal, Spurs and others, including Manchester City, with an interest in signing Hugo Larsson. Frankfurt are reported to value him at around the £50 million or €60 million price tag. So look, for me, let's wait and see what happens with the likes of Elliott and Endo. If they move on, maybe this becomes a realistic prospect. But right now, I'd be surprised to see Liverpool going out and dropping £50 million on a midfielder, when at the moment we probably have more areas that we need to address quicker. But do let me know your thoughts. It's a name that people have been asking me about for a while, so I just wanted to give you that update on Larsson. Now, here's a name we haven't spoken about for a while, but Florian Plettenberg and again Sky Germany have said that Liverpool and Real Madrid are interested in Piero Hincapié. Now, I'd be amazed if this was true with Liverpool's perspective, mainly because of the fact that he plays left side of a back 3, but I wouldn't be against it. Maybe Arne Slot wants somebody who can play left back, left centre back, somebody in a Joel Haddo kind of vibe. Let me know your thoughts on it. Also, it looks like Carlo Ancelotti could be departing Real Madrid, so is this maybe a pathway being cleared for Piero Hincapié to go across there if Xabi Alonso goes? Although Leverkusen's sporting director did say that Alonso's going to stay, so your guess is as good as mine. But I'd be surprised on Hincapié. But what I'd like to know in the comments from you guys is, would you take Hincapié right now? Do you think he'd be a good fit for us? And what do you think is a realistic price? Let me know in the comments. So, also, this coming from Bild in Germany. Again, Hugo Larsson. And again, excuse my pronunciation. But this news and this interest won't go away. We discussed it on tonight's late night agenda, and everybody feels that it's probably more likely that we see somebody like a Hugo or a Cunha or maybe somebody like a Šeško who's about 60 odd million. They feel eminently more achievable to me as a Liverpool fan than FSG going out and dropping 120 odd million on Isak. And that situation's been made even more complicated by the Athletic saying that Newcastle still owe 30 million plus for Isak to Sociedad, and Sociedad have a sell-on clause in that deal, making it an astronomically expensive proposition. Again, their words, not mine. So I don't think we're going to see Isak, but I would very much like him or Julian Alvarez. Far more likely, though, is probably what Spy on Cop HQ said on X earlier on, which is we sell Darwin for about 60, bring in somebody like Hugo Larsson for about 60, and then hope that it works out. Or look, if it does work out, by the way, I'm not against good business. I'm not against selling somebody for 60, bringing in somebody for 60 if they're going to come in and do the business. And he's 3 years younger, so who knows? But that seems far more likely to me than Liverpool going there and dropping 120 million on Isak. So your thoughts very much welcome. And the final one, which is to me the most interesting of them all, is Liverpool looking at getting a deal in place for Nico Schlotterbeck of Borussia Dortmund. his name being linked to the Reds isn't going to be anything new. You've probably seen his name over the course of the last few months. Dortmund are still trying to get him to sign a new contract there and extend, but he's a name that I think most Reds would be very comfortable with. Certainly during the season, he's a name that when we thought we may be losing Virgil van Dijk, a lot of people were speaking about him as a potential Van Dijk replacement or leader. So let me know your thoughts on this one. Looking at the centre-back situation, I do feel if Virgil stays, and certainly looks like he's going to, which is brilliant news, then you're asking, does a Joe Gomez move on? Or does a Jarell Quansah move on? Now with Quansah, I very much doubt it, but Newcastle have been suitors for a while now. Their name has been mentioned once again as being one that will look to test Liverpool's resolve on Quansah, but they seem like they're way off in the price that Liverpool would want, which seemingly is about £60 million if they were to sell, which they don't want to. So, Schlotterbeck, what this piece hasn't given us is a price tag. And also, I'm going to be honest with you, personally, I don't know all that much about Schlotterbeck. Don't watch a whole lot of Dortmund, so I can't sit here and say to you guys categorically yes or no. But from the vibe I'm getting from Liverpool fans in our comments and our community, they wouldn't be against Schlotterbeck. But I would like Huijsen, personally. It gives us time for Virgil van Dijk to play however long he's going to stay for, 2 years or whatever. Then you've got Huijsen there as a backup, Quansah, Kanade. Because right now, I'm still sort of on the fence about Jarell Quansah's future and whether he will become the centre-back that we hope he will. I'm not against it working out. I'm not sure if it will or won't. I've been kind of back and forth on it this season. Start of the season, middle of the season, didn't really look like the player that he was last year. But as the season's gone on, his confidence looks to be back. Obviously, he's been filling in at right back as well, which will do him no harm. So I'm open to it. Kanade, the club simply have to get that contract extended. Virgil as well. And then we'll see what happens. So, just to recap, lots of news from Germany over the last 24 hours. In this video, we've spoken about Nico Schlotterbeck, Hugo Larsson, Hugo Ekitike, and of course also Piero Hincapié of Bayer Leverkusen. So, of all of those, let me know in the comment section who you think is possible for Liverpool or a good fit for Liverpool. And again, your thoughts on the whole striker situation, very much welcome as well. Do you really think we're going to see FSG drop 120 million plus on Isak? I'm very much in that I'll believe it when I see it, camp, like I keep saying. So yeah, that's pretty much it for tonight. Tomorrow, well, we've got a couple of things happening. We'll have a news video out at about 4 or 4:30. And then, of course, we'll have the late night agenda tomorrow night at 8:45 with an eye on Wednesday and that massive game, Merseyside Derby against Everton at Anfield. It's an 8 PM kickoff. Our watch along will start at 6:45. Can't wait to be back watching the Reds, and hopefully we get back to winning ways and start counting down the days till we lift that league title. Until then, my friends, again, don't forget about our live shows, tickets. You can get your tickets with a link in the description. And thank you to everyone that tuned in to tonight's late night agenda as well. We'll talk tomorrow. Bye bye.